It's easy. Third player, 600 home runs, 3,000 hits. 29th player, 3,000 hit club. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Thank you. Take a bow and get out of town. That's where I'm at with A-Rod. This is a guy who's didn't do steroids, didn't get, it went from never doing steroids to never testing for PEDs to admitting steroids, and then all of a sudden becoming a roadblock for the investigation into steroid use and the whole Balco thing. So as an athlete, he did something, but he had a ton of help self-injected along the way. So I will give it over to you, my Yankee apologist friend.
All right. Here's what I'm not here to apologize for A-Rod. Over a decade ago, going into that contract with the Texas Rangers, he made a choice. He wasn't confident about himself for some odd reason. I don't know why. If he looked at his numbers, it should have backed him up. His time with Seattle, he collected over 900 hits. He had 4 All-Star game appearances, 4 Silver Slugger awards. That before he even decided to use the needle, he had the stats. He had the talent alone to be a Hall of Famer before this even started. But he fell into peer pressure. He seemed like he thought he needed to perform to that big contract he got with Texas. That was when he started to really use him, and that's when everything went. It's sort of it was the downslide. There was 3 years where he used steroids, and then he came to the Yankees, and for the most part he was clean. He didn't say he picked him up until 2010. The late 2010 season to October of 2012 was when he used it in the second round. Aside from that, that period, he has still been a Hall of Fame type player. He has over 2,000 hits in the without those 3 years. He has 9 All-Star appearances, 2 MVPs, and 7 Silver Sluggers. Let me ask you, does that alone sort of seem like it could be, and not even including the home run numbers, that alone has the numbers to go to the Hall of Fame, including a World Series ring?
Hang on a second. Let me get this out and dab my eyes, because I'm crying for A-Rod right now. I'm in tears. I'm in tears over this. I mean, the peer pressure that A-Rod faces when he looks in the mirror and looks and says, "How will more people love me today?" That's his problem.
See,
that's his peer pressure. No, hang on.
Go ahead.
Hang on. This is round 2. Okay? You're right. I just hit the lottery, and I just signed a contract back in 2008, or excuse me, 2001, $252 million. So basically, you're saying that he fell under peer pressure because he felt like he didn't need to do that. So basically, I've won the lottery, so I'm going to go out and play the lottery more now to get more millions. So he's already gotten $252 million. He starts injecting himself, which he finally admits that from 2001 to 2003, 3 MVPs, 3 AL MVPs during that time period. Admitted steroid use.
Yep.
Okay. And then that if you take those out where he admitted it, he's only at 2,000. He's only at 2,000 now. Oh, hang on a second. So if we take out the 1,000 hits, and then we take out the 150 some odd home runs, he's well away from the Hall of Fame at 2,400, and he's he's not there. So you know what? The peer pressure, thank goodness it paid off. It's a good thing he did those drugs.
Here's the thing, though.
It's a good thing he did those drugs so he could come back in 2008 and say to the Yankees, "Well, Mr. Carpetbagger, Mr. Steinbrenner family, you know what? I have the 4th largest contract in Major League Baseball. So you know what? Let me have the 3rd largest contract in Major League Baseball. So if you want to give me $275 million in my steroid-ridden body to hit the ball for you, let's do that." So this guy, he robbed Texas. Texas couldn't wait to get rid of him. Couldn't wait to dump that salary. Found someone gullible enough to take a portion of it and then add on top of it, because their crystal ball, must be the same thing they're looking for when they're looking for these prisoners, because it's pretty cloudy. And he gets another $275 out of the Yankees for the 3rd largest contract right now.
look, I want to make one more point before we go back to the point of this argument, which was whether or not we should celebrate 2010. The funny thing is, in 2010 to 2012, when he actually used like HGH and other things, those were arguably three of his worst years in his entire career.
So
it's funny.
So he should be the poster child of why you don't use steroids, because steroids made me bad.
And now
but steroids made him rich.
Right. Well,
So
actually,
that was not about the money. It's about the money.
That was those 3 years were all past the contract. You know, that was after the Yankees won the World Series.
That's right. The ink had barely dried.
So let me just get back to where I was trying to go here, Stan.
Okay. You went crazy. You were like, you didn't even want to do it. You didn't even want to do it.
So pissed. Stan, that was like an hour and a half podcast.